Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another Destiny video. Now, Sparrow Racing League hits Destiny tomorrow, that is of course December the 8th. Not entirely sure whether it will hit on reset or whether it will hit in the usual Iron Banner time, so of course once I know more I will let you guys know. But either way, tomorrow we will be racing Sparrows. And in this video, I want to show you guys some of the loot that you'll be able to get. Now just before I get started, I want to say a massive thank you to my good friend and fellow YouTuber MoreConsole. He was over at PSX and he got a chance to go hands-on and of course record some gameplay, and he very kindly let me use his gameplay, so big shout out to him. You can find links to his channel and of course his Sparrow Racing video in the description box down below. I'm sure you guys already know who he is, but if you don't, then he is an awesome Destiny YouTuber. Make sure you check him out, make sure you subscribe. So thank you very much to him for letting me use his footage. Now let's get started. What I'm going to do in this video is let a lot of the footage play out in the background, but I want to talk to you guys about some of the stuff on top. So first of all, the gear itself. If you saw the post-briefing stage demonstration with Deej, then you'll know that the gear can drop up to 320 light. And as Destiny players, you should know that is obviously equal to end game raid tier gear. So that is super exciting, because if like me, you've been doing say hard mode raids every single day, maybe 3 times a week, since hard mode launched, and you're still missing some 320 gear, then this could be a nice easy way to do it. And I appreciate some people may sort of like complain about that and say it potentially sort of trivializes the experience, but if you think about it, given how long people have been doing the raids and given how many times you've had to kind of repeat it just to try and get that 320 piece, I think, to be honest, given that it's coming to the end of the year and given that we've sort of like, you know, rinsed the raid for everything it's worth, I think really getting some easy 320 pieces by racing some Sparrows isn't really that bad. When you consider that the Sparrow gear itself doesn't actually have any perks that are really valuable outside of Sparrow Racing, then it's more than likely going to be stuff you either infuse into your raid gear or you just keep for, say, the next Sparrow event. Now, as a quick note, talking about the perks, it seems that the helmets have perks that reduce the time needed to summon the Sparrows. So of course, if you get destroyed in a race, then you're going to need to respawn it, so of course that will reduce your time. Arms seem to have perks that will reduce your boost fuel cost, so of course when you're boosting and trying to sort of catch up, then it will cost less fuel. The chest seems to reduce your cooldown after your Sparrow is destroyed, and legs will also give you more fuel when performing tricks. If you guys have the like EV30 tumbler, for example, you'll know if you do a backflip and you land it cleanly, it'll refresh your fuel. Well, this time around, of course, with the legs active, doing tricks will give you more fuel, which will obviously also be good, because more fuel means more boosts, and of course more boost means catching up. Lastly, the class item increases your SRL standing, or Sparrow Racing League standing, and of course the Sparrow Racing League will have its own ranking system, so you'll complete bounties, you'll complete races, and that'll all go towards your next rank. And the higher the rank, the better the gear you get, and of course in turn the higher the rank, the more chance you'll have of getting 320 gear, or at least kind of the higher tier gear. If you do of course see any gear items in this footage that have got like 3 defense, then completely ignore that. This is of course a PSX build, so some of the stuff is placeholder, so don't pay attention to that. But the point is, you can get some gear up to 320, which could be really, really exciting. I am personally just going to keep the gear, I'm not going to infuse it into my raid gear. Of course, if I get any duplicate parts, I will most definitely be doing that, but I just genuinely really like the way that the Sparrow gear looks, so I'm going to keep it anyway. I am going to be one of those guys that will run into the raid and do my raid using my Sparrow gear because it just looks so damn awesome. Now on top of that, also in this footage you'll see some Sparrows as well. There's obviously the old Sparrows that do have some SRL branding, but also the new design ones which look super cool. I do much prefer the new designs, partly because we've seen the other ones for the past couple of years, and of course partly because the new ones just do look really, really cool. There is one in this list that I believe it's the PlayStation exclusive one. If you're a PlayStation player, there will be a SRL exclusive quest, which will lead to an SRL exclusive Sparrow. I believe it is the EV42 NIGHTSTEED, which is the kind of like dark blue one with the neon lights around it. Luckily, it's not the like dark black and blue one, because that is one of the ones that I really, really want. That, and of course the white, red and black one is also really cool. Last thing I want to talk about as well is the new slot. There's obviously a horn slot for Sparrows, which is going to be a lot of fun, also probably quite annoying after a while, but Sparrow horns come in 2 rarities. They come in legendary and they come in rare, and it seems like there's going to be some similarities in this event with the Festival of the Lost. It seems, again, based on the conversation with Deej on stage, that some items, like the Festival of the Lost, will be temporary for the event, and of course once the event finishes, those items will go away, while some will be permanent. So it's most likely that, say, rare horns will of course disintegrate and disappear once the event goes, and of course legendary horns will stick around, so there will therefore likely be a mechanic that will turn a rare horn into a legendary if you want to keep it. Either way, again, once we have more information on that, I will also keep you guys up to date. But for the time being, that is pretty much it. I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit more footage and a chance to hear out some of the horns, because some of them are pretty funny. But as mentioned, I do genuinely get the feeling they're going to get a little bit annoying after a while. But let's be honest, I'm probably going to be one of those guys spamming them. Anyway, if you guys are hyped and looking forward to Sparrow Racing League tomorrow, then let me know. I'm actually going to be streaming it. I'm not entirely sure, as mentioned, whether it goes live on reset or whether it goes live at the usual Iron Banner time. If it's the latter, then I'll be streaming much later in the evening. But if it's reset, I'll be streaming early. But I do plan on streaming some Sparrow Racing League. So if you guys want to race with me, then make sure you tune in. I'll be playing on Xbox primarily. So drop by, tune in, and then we can have some races. Anyway, thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.